Here we are, our first St. Patrick's Day parade in Bayside. I am so honored to be part of this parade. It's truly an honor. And we have a beautiful day, and I will always remember this for the rest of my life.
Oh, there's Fran and Jeff, our great honorees, and your Grand Marshal last year, Pat Lynch.
Father Bob and Frank Talty.
And Mary McCauley, front and center there. County Meath. Oh, the OBS Rosary, our elected officials. Jack Byrnes. There's the NYPD Emerald Society and our Sword of Light.
You know, Kieran, one of the challenges we faced in trying to capture the essence of this great 3-hour parade and get everyone who was there in the video itself, it's only 30 minutes, was to use a lot of stills and the and overlaps of different sections of the parade, basically putting 3 different sections of the parade on the video at once. But I think it worked. You know, we got it all done in about 30 minutes.
Pat Lynch with the Fitzpatrick School of Dance. Cabin Association. St. Francis Prep. Yeah. Great, good old Greg Sullivan. Sword of Light Pipe Band. George Stein. Breezy Point Pipe Band and the tribute to the Davidson family. Our honorees outside of church. These are our great honorees, Pat Lynch and Mary McCauley here. Frank Talty, Jeff Reinhardt. Fran McLaughlin and Father Bob Whalen. Secretary Mike Prendergast and Chris McManus from our parade committee. And to lead the parade, we got our NYPD Color Guard, followed by the Emerald Society, Pipes and Drums. We actually reached out to just a number of groups that we knew. And some of these groups actually reached out to us. Like the Emerald Society reached out to us. When they heard Pat Lynch last year was the Grand Marshal, they wanted to come out and support him. And we were honored to have them lead the parade. And they're a tremendous band, you know. Any parade is lucky to have them. Yeah, they're a great band and just great people overall. Yeah, there's Bridget O'Brien handling many of our PR pieces. There's our, the aides and then the PBA following them. Yeah, this is Innisfada. They were getting ready to line up, followed by the Cabin Association. We left them about a half-hour window from the time of we asked them to set up to the time they stepped off. There's Kira Green's son. Now Grand Marshal Pat Lynch, along with the aides, followed by the PBA Association.
Lynch lives in St. Robert's Parish, a neighborhood guy his whole life.
Followed by the members of the Emerald Society. Many of which are Bayside residents as well. So it was very convenient for them. The auxiliary police from the police academy came down as well.
A lot of police.
A lot of police presence. Always good to have them around. And those in the green sweaters behind them there was some more of Father Whalen's family.
You know, there was so much going on on the screen to try to represent all of the 3 hours or 4 hours that we had it. We put a lot of these small pictures on the side for everybody.
Oh, perfect.
You know, for a small parade, the first year, look at all the people on the sidelines. I mean, it's not 4 deep like you have in Manhattan, but for a first year in Bayside, it was terrific.
People from All Saints Church.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's not just an Irish Catholic parade. It was a Bayside parade.
I tell you, Pat Lynch was everybody wanted to take pictures of that guy all day long. Every time someone saw him, it's like, oh, here's a photo op with him.
And well,
Good to see you. Good to see you. We got 3 cameras on everybody today. So everybody's well covered. 3 cameras. 3 cameras, no waiting.
oh, and there's Pat Lynch with our Grand Marshal with the Rosie Chalet participants. Yeah, just look at the crowds on the sidelines. I mean, for the first year and just basically by word of mouth, it was pretty incredible.
And everybody had a great day. It was a
Who brought the dog?
discouraging word.
We actually have no idea. Oh, there's some of my family. Oh, and these are a number of our sponsors here, and the Donahues and the Reeves and Prendergast. And just the crowd was unbelievable.
It was amazing how many of the business owners came to the door of their place, and there were people waiting to get inside. They had no idea the draw. So all these people you see on the street, there were probably just as many people in the bars and restaurants at 10 o'clock in the morning, they were telling us. It was amazing.
A lot of them had specials for the breakfast, Irish breakfast, early. Able to do that.
We lucked out with good weather.
Well, that was the biggest thing too. I mean, 50 degrees on Saturday in March. You're lucky to have it.
Since it snowed 2 days before, and it was a cloud of salt on Bell Boulevard.
That's right. I saw the guys washing the salt down because it
They
was
did a
ruthless.
tremendous job cleaning that street, because when I saw it on the Thursday before, I was like, oh my goodness.
It's a real tribute to our sanitation department. Who their Emerald Society will be marching this year.
Richie Allen, glad you made it down here, buddy.
All ages.
Good. Hello. Fine, how are you?
That's Richie Allen down there. Richie Allen has the West Bayside Civic Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest part, as you said, George, just having from kids to, seniors, anybody who could come by and really take it all in and just enjoy it. Some of the Mulaney's.
So there's the 2 Brendans. Which Brendan was that?
There's 1,000 Brendans. It's a bunch of Irish people there. Hey, there's my favorite realtor.
A clip of the Curie Green School of Dance performing in front of MCs there.
Make room for the parade.
There's our good friends at the Mayo Society.
Joe Donovan, good to see you, sir.
You look at the contribution that guy's made to Bayside, and he turned Bayside Irish. I mean, it was before, but he really made it Bayside with Donovan's. And Donovan's has been like this landmark in this town for so long.
Oh, and there's Roscommon, who has been a great friend of, they've worked hard on this parade as well.
Yeah, that banner is an heirloom.
This is the Innisfada pipe band that's
The Irish American Society.
some of our elected officials.
National Queens is only a vowel.
Oh, yeah, Mary Montgomery. The Innisfada pipe band.
From the Irish American Center, Nassau and Queens out in Mineola.
Father Bob Whalen with Pat Lynch and his sons. Yeah, everyone just, everyone having a great time. All over the sidelines there.
Hi. Oh yes, yes. Hi. No, it was nice to see you in person here.
I know.
Glad you're
We
here.
always see your posts. We're on the Bayside page.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
So I'll see you online.
Yeah,
My name's
yeah.
Greg. Chris, how are you? Nice to meet you. Hello. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back up onto the sidewalk. Thank you. Nice to see you. See you online.
All those that have given up, helped support us. It's really great.
You can't do it without that support. The businesses that contributed, to help fund it. The parade doesn't happen for free.
There's the Refrigeration Institute. That's from Frank Talty. Our aide to the Grand Marshal.
A lot of people don't understand the economics. That it costs a lot of money to put a parade together, and you pay these guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot more involved in it than just performing a community event. There's a lot to keep it running operationally,
The Little Rascals could do it on a shoestring years ago. The big rascals today can't.
The County Mead Association, where our aide to the Grand Marshal, Mary McCauley, is from.
She marched
And
at least 4 times.
She was unbelievable. She never stopped. And our good friends at the Kieran Green School of Dance, who have been great. They've performed at almost every event that we have. They are great loyal Bayside people, and they teach out of Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, where Father Whalen is the pastor of.
And they will accept your child. It is a tremendous program. They do perform at functions for people's families and weddings and stuff like that. Those young women are as competitive athletically as any woman you've met in your life. They're tough girls.
See, we have one of our cameramen getting caught in the picture there.
Yeah, there's.
Look at that. And he hasn't aged a day.
Yeah, they did a great job here.
See the shamrocks on the street there? Gee, look at how did they get there? I don't know. They must have grown.
You paint that with something that's washable, that water soluble.
We don't know.
We don't know how they got there. A community member must have came in over while we were at mass. They came in, must have done it.
It's community spirit. It's a beautiful thing.
Just look at the crowds outside of, right with all of our honorees there on the right side. It was a great day for all. Yeah, a little more out in the street this year. Well, in 2019.
How long did you have to prepare to put this parade together?
The initial planning started at the end of 2017. Before that. It actually started at the beginning of 2017 when we all started kind of putting the work together and started getting all the paperwork in line to make sure that we could actually see if we could actually do this. And then by the end of, but honestly, when we had the halfway to St. Patrick's Day party here at Monahan Fitzgerald's, that's when we knew we could really make this happen. That was our first, we knew the community was behind it. We had over 125 people here, and it was a tremendous turnout and really kept the momentum going into year one.
There's Bridget.
Yeah, it doesn't happen with one person either. I mean, it's a number of people, and it's like the ideas come and it grows. I'm involved late in the process, so I can't claim any participation in the brainstorming of it. But they've done a great thing.
The committee of 30 plus people.
Name has to be corrected there. And
But now
the committee of 30 people. It's we couldn't do without each and every one of them.
But it grew into a golf outing. And can you imagine, even before the parade,
Sacred Heart,
Jeff
who's going to be one of the aides to the Grand Marshal this year in 2019.
And there's St. Francis Prep High School.
And there's that guy with the camera again out there.
Yeah.
That kid.
Yeah.
Not that guy, the other guy.
Yeah. Our good friends at St. Francis Prep.
a few committee members teach there.
And I think we got the Iona pipe band leading them coming up on the back end.
Who's now in the NCAAs for the 4th straight year. Again.
Go Gales.
There's our New York Rose affiliate on the left, Michelle Byrne. Iona College pipe and drums.
Go Gales.
They'll be back this year, right? In 2019?
Yes, they will.
Oh my God! It's
There we have
the
our
man himself.
Queens County.
It's the man. Robert Mann.
It's like your Mark Fiacapo sleeping out the door there.
Robert Mann started this dance thing years. He's one of the longest lasting businesses in Bayside.
Our Queens County AOH, which is really a lot of the backbone of the organization and how the parade actually got started. Many of the members that are involved in our parade committee came from the HRF Hibernians.
It's a culture.
Yeah. And the ladies HRF Hibernians, which many of them are involved as well.
That guy Mike Shane is from the Bayside Times.
Mary McCauley again.
Mary McCauley again, God love her.
It's the 3rd time down, right?
Northwest Bayside Civic Association.
Mary's a tiny little thing with this huge spirit.
Yeah.
She can fill the street.
Yeah, Northwest Bayside, who has done a lot of good work. They throw a great carnival every year.
And they stopped the high school from being built, which was a tremendous accomplishment.
Little League.
The Bayside Little League.
There's Bob Reed. Bob Reed, a long-time president of the Bayside Little League. He's done so much for the neighborhood and the edification of the children from Bayside.
And the parish of Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament. There's a lot of people that look at Bob as like an extra relative. He's a real good man.
Oh, and the Shining Gales GAA club from their field is over in College Point, and they've grown exponentially in the past 10 years or so. And they're one of the best clubs we have in Queens. Oh, we actually have a Irish Step Dance school from New Jersey. The Brosalier School.
Farthest anyone had to come to be
Breezy Point
in the
Catholic
parade.
Club, Pipes and Drums came all the way from Breezy Point to honor us that day. I mean, what a wonderful thing. They have their parade in Rockaway every year, and
it's great to have the Breezy Point, because then we're really touching both ends of Queens,
Yeah. Those guys from Montauk that every once in a while I've seen them on St. Patrick's Day. Are they in the parade?
They unfortunately aren't able to make it into the Bayside parade this year, but they used to come around. I know
The Latino caught off.
they used to come around on St. Patrick's Day. They used to come around
By
and
bus.
play. Yeah. They would stop. They would make a pit stop on Bell Boulevard before going out to Montauk. Our good friend, all of the patrons outside of Bourbon Street.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bourbon Street Shoes, the contribution they made with that rooftop is great for Bayside.
It really is. It's something. It's something that the neighborhood never really had before. It's really been great.
I would have said that they were one of the greatest contributions with that rooftop, except the St. Patrick's Day Parade is now the greatest contribution to Bayside.
Thank you.
Back to what I was saying before, we actually have a golf outing that we have people hounding us. When can they sign up for the golf outing? And we didn't even have the parade yet. That's how successful our golf outing was. Once again, sponsored by the same people that helped us with the parade. There are a lot of generous people here in the community that own a business. We're just scratching the surface.
There's some more of our good friends here.
This is the computer and download.
Oh, the Fitzpatrick Academy of Irish Dance,
From Queens.
based out of Queens here. I know Bridget O'Brien has both of her children with them in the Fitzpatrick School.
Whitestone, or are
They out of St. Mel's, and then they have classes in Woodside as well.
Obviously, one of the girls was a little chilly that day. She has her earmuffs on.
We're lucky enough to have in Northeast Queens so many Irish step dancing schools to keep the culture alive at a younger age.
Keith Sullivan actually grew up on Bayside, on Bell Boulevard, on top of Rex's Pizza.
Rex's Pizzeria, right.
True. Pact 49, based out of Sacred Heart Parish.
Right.
There's Desi Flynn.
He's also at Bayside High School, right?
Yes, he's the vice principal of Bayside High School. I don't know if he advertises that too much, though.
Sullivan and Richie Allen. Two guys from 32nd Avenue.
They call themselves the West Bayside Boys.
Bayside West.
Bayside West, yeah.
And I'm one of those lads, and so are these men.
Is that an Irish guy here?
Yeah. Some more friends at Pact 49.
So we want to do a story about you guys. We're going to come back.
One of our marshals there. Oh, Boy Scouts Troop 225.
Who's he?
Oh, that's Georgie Plunkett, Bayside legend.
You know what you get when you don't promote?
Retired court officer, quite frequent at the Sullivans. He was Sunday afternoon bartender, still at One Station Plaza.
And then the MTA Pipes and Drums. And they came out because Father Whalen, our aide, is actually their chaplain. And they'll be in the 2019 parade as well.
So the trains all stopped at the Bayside station that day. No problem.
The Knights of Columbus
from
at
St. Robert's Bellarmine and Bayside Hills. And they'll be in the parade again this year, in 2019.
Good friends at St. Joseph's too.
St. Joseph's.
Look out.
Pat Longo carrying the Irish flag. Steve Tuschensky carrying the Polish flag.
This is our FDNY members from the Bayside area and paying a tribute to firefighter Mike Davidson, who lost his life
March 23rd. Right?
Yeah, March 23rd.
Boy, everybody knew that guy. I didn't even realize how many people knew him.
Yeah, he was a very good friend of the people in Bayside. A lot of, friends with everybody almost.
Here comes Sacred Heart School.
Sacred Heart. The kids were very excited to be a part of the parade, and I know they're even more excited to be a part of the 2019.
Evidently, there's no age limit of how old you have to be to march in a
we're
parade.
Yeah, exactly. No, push them along at any age. We're not stopping. This is the Shield Institute, who has been, they were one of our recipients this year.
We're very proud to have them participate in the parade because it's important that the community know what good work that the Shield Institute does for people. There's a cat
There's some of North Shore Animal Hospital. Yeah, they were great. They were a lot of fun to have, watching all the pets coming all up Bell Boulevard there.
And this is a famous dog. Everybody seems to know that dog.
He almost became the face of the parade very quickly.
This is the Holy Cross drum line, right?
And this was their first year actually having the drum line.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
There's a little cute kid there.
Both Kieran and I attended Holy Cross.
Followed by the Fathers Club, who has done great work for the community as well.
That's my brother Marty on the left. He is the president of the Fathers Club the last 2 years. Mike Scally on the right.
And a tribute group to Dolores O'Riordan, from many know from the Cranberries band of the 90s.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I remember that band, the Cranberries.
Yeah, that's Dolores O'Riordan, who lost her life previously in 2018. There's North Shore Animal Hospital. We had all dogs and pets from all shapes and sizes there.
Any chance
Some
that she
maybe didn't want to finish the parade, it looked like. But
any chance that she was related to Mike Reardon? He went to Holy Cross.
No,
but
no.
he was he went to the New York Knicks.
no, not that I know of.
And the Nets and the Bullets.
And the Relay for Life from our Bayside chapter. Boy Scout Troop 75 from St. Kevin's Parish.
They'll be back this year.
But when you see like the cancer group there, and you see what a community event it is, a Shield Institute, Lutheran School be coming up later on. I mean, it really is a neighborhood event that touches a lot of areas.
Something that everyone can feel a part of.
And still no alcoholic beverages exposed on the street. This is a very clean event. This is a family event. I resent people that talk bad about the Irish and our interesting habits from time to time. This is a very clean event.
This has been a pain, man.
And you'll be at my Supreme Court hearing.
Wow, hello. Good to see you.
See you.
Nice to see you.
I'm the grandmother.
Grand Marshal again. He was. Yeah,
Guy takes a great picture.
he does. He's been in a few before.
Kieran Mahoney, I messaged you a few times. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I know I messaged you and you're probably busy with all this about that fundraiser.
There's Sean Dolan. Oh, there. RMIPD marching unit.
Yeah, they were fantastic that day.
How many years have you been in Bayside? 58 years.
58 years in Bayside.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
How old is it?
I see I'll speak that line.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. You got
But
work
thank
to
you
do.
for
All right,
saying
thank
hello.
you.
But we'll message each other later. So
Okay.
thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, we
don't
talk to
worry.
each other online. All right, see you later.
Taking the train.
Taking a train, where you going?
That was nice of them to perform at the end of the parade as well. So the large crowd that was really built up at the end there, waiting for everybody to come by.
They're really a classy group.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
But a lot of people didn't realize our parade started so early. Part of the reason this year we're moving back a couple of hours. But we are the only parade that'll be on March 30th. Last year we were actually competing with two different parades. And it is a tribute that so many of these bands have decided that our route and our people are a place that they want to be. We're very flattered.
The Lutheran School right here on Bell Boulevard.
They'll be in the parade in 2019.
That's actually a dance school with a boombox.
This is Bayside Meditation.
They're also in.
Yeah. Based on around 220th Street, I think there. Bayside Historical Society, who has really helped out a lot of people here in the Bayside community, and really given a resource that a lot of people can use to find out more about their neighborhood. And even Northeast Queens Bayside Historical has a lot of. They have information on far more things you could ever imagine. The Brosolier School of Dance, who came all the way from New Jersey. They do teach classes in New York, but they're based out of New Jersey, and they do a big fesh every year.
What a beautiful day for this, huh?
You know Warren?
Well, better late than never, they say, right? Well, it took 50 years. All right, this gives me another excuse to come up here.
Doing McDively.
Knights of Columbus, my council.
Knights of Columbus, Pope Pius.
Give me a Sacred Heart.
Hello. Every St. Patrick's Day.
Well, they had some crowd with them.
No car.
Yeah, they were. I lined those guys up. They were a riot.
Who was that?
Jimmy Dolligan right there.
Not yet.
Mike Casal.
The leader of the pack.
George Stein.
And this was the end where we all had all of our volunteers. We had come up and march up and close out the parade together, which was a very nice moment. So everyone on the sidelines can see those that were involved and kind of really helped out with our first parade from the initial idea and then to the volunteering and even the day of. Everyone got to see who really helped us.
I kept you busy all day.
Yeah, there was a lot of running around. But yeah, that was me actually just before checking with Captain Hall from the 111th to make sure that see what their opinion and how they felt about the parade, and they were really thrilled about how everything went off and no bumps in the road or anything like that. It was nice.
There's another dog.
It was a great day.
Who are these guys?
CEA Fitness based on 32nd Avenue.
And 200th Street. Bayside parishioners from Blessed Sacrament for 3 generations. The O'Boyle family. If you don't want to be in a crowded club, you want to have an expert trainer in a private setting. That seems to be their specialty. I live right down the block.
George fills in as a punching bag every now and again.
A small business like that could find money for our parade. There's no reason every other one else can.
Our leader of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Academy.
My home parish.
Supporting your aid to the parade. Father
Queen's Coalition of Habitat for
Whalen.
Humanity. Deacon Malloy leading them up there.
Bill's a great guy. Another Holy Cross guy.
George Stein.
I love you, brother. You are the best. By the way, Lent is almost over, and I can go back on Bayside Facebook because that's what I gave up for Lent. But Sullivan, you're always here in my heart. You're an institution. We need more people with a good heart like you in Bayside.
Thank you, George. Right back at you.
You follow up your words with action. And that's what I hope everybody on your Facebook page learns to do. Follow and emulate who you are. You're a great guy, Greg.
Cool. Thanks, George. Right back at you.
The heritage of Bayside is all about people like you. And that's what made this parade. You're Irish, aren't you?
Yeah.
We'll see you later, brother. I love you.
See you later. See you back in Monahan.
There's myself, Liam, Mike Prendergast, Brian Tierney, Mike Casey, Pete Franzen, Frank O'Brien, John Fisher, Maureen O'Neill, Brendan Mullaney,
Mr. Dolan,
Warren Scullin,
Maureen
Liam.
O'Neill.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody can hear me. That this ends our live portion of the first annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Come here, Peggy Sheridan. This is Peggy Sheridan. We love her. We love her. It was a great parade.
Great
First
job.
one ever.
Awesome.
And it pulled off
A lot of fun.
magnificently. You're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And I missed you on St. Patrick's Day. You were around some
I
places.
know. I was hitting the bars like you were.
Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. We're going to go over to Monahan's for the ceremony. Some awards will be given out, and then we're going to come back later with a little edited version for everybody. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you saw all the cameras. Hope they all worked. And we'll see you later. And right here, we're in front of Brian Dempsey's.
It was an incredible event you guys put together. This is the first one. We're looking forward to every year now.
It only gets better, bigger and better from here. There are many volunteers here that, without them, we couldn't do anything.
But we need more volunteers going forward to grow and to make it better and more enjoyable for the community. We need people to be engaged, not just to show up for the day of the parade, but to work at it
year-round
throughout the year.
But Greg, thank you very much for the work that you've put into this behind the scenes on the website and so many of the events that we have, giving us exposure, because that's what it really is.